real-time project requirements in SQL Server. Hi, I'm M. Asif Hussain from Know-How Academy. In this video, I'm going to show you the real-time problems or the real-time project requirements, or even I can call it as the real-time interview questions that might be asked, or the real-time project requirements that you might face when you are working in a real-time project in SQL Server. What is that particular requirement? So for this, I would like to ask you a question. A question is that I have a table. Now from that table, I need to I should have some information with me in that particular table. Let us consider that here I am taking the example of a doctors in a hospital. Okay, which specialty are there, from which city this hospital is belonging to, what is the consultation fee of each doctor, what is the doctor name. So all these informations I have it. I call it as a doctor's table. Now from this particular table, we all know that if once or the other in our lifetime we might have visited the hospitals, right? So now when we visit a hospital, we see a big chart as soon as we enter into the hospital. What is that chart? That chart shows that this particular specialty, gynecology, who are all the doctors, cardiology, who are all the doctors, dermatology, who are all the doctors, general surgeons, who are all the doctors, pediatricians, who are all the doctors, anesthesiologists, who are all the doctors. So we will have a big sheet. Now in one hospital, when there are multiple specialties with different kind of doctors, then my question is that I want to see the details of those doctors who work in a same hospital but in different specialty. Okay, for example, let me consider AIIMS Delhi. Okay, so they are working, many doctors are working in AIIMS Delhi, but I would like to see all those doctors who work in AIIMS Delhi but with specialization, different specialization. Okay, for example, I am a doctor, I am working in a AIIMS hospital and I am working for cardiology. So there is some another doctor, he's also working in a AIIMS Delhi and he's a dermatologist, something like this. That is one kind of requirement. Now my another kind of requirement is that I would like to see all the doctors who work in a same hospital. It doesn't matter which specialty are they from. I want to fetch the doctors who work in a same hospital irrespective of their specialty. I don't want their specialty. That is my second requirement. Now when these kind of requirements are being asked, I have taken an example of a doctor here in this particular scenario. Are you getting me? I have considered the doctors as my example in this video. In your interview, you might get employees information, you might get students information, you might get some other information. Most probably when the interviews are being conducted on SQL, generally the interviewers, they take the example of employee table, customer table. That's it. Okay, so you can relate this particular real-time project requirement or a real-time interviews question with the employees of the customer table if you have faced or if you are about to face any interview ahead. So for this, let me walk you through the table. Okay, I have created a table with the name doctors, and in this particular table doctors, I have considered the column called doctor ID, which is integer data type, and the constraint is a primary key. A table can have only one primary key. And next we have the column called doctor's name, which is a character. That's where I'm choosing varchar with a size, and the constraint I have taken as a not null. And next we have a specialty column, from which specialty is the doctor belonging to, and the data type is also varchar, and the size of this characters I have taken 100. And the next is hospital column, from which hospital these doctors belong to, and what is the data type of that particular hospital, which is character. The size I have taken as 50. And from which city is this hospital belonging to, so that data type, that is also character. That's why I have taken varchar, and I have taken the size as 50 characters. Then I have taken the column called consultation fee. Each doctor is taking how much consultation fee, that I have considered is fee is number. That's I have taken integer here, and I have created a table. So if I show you the table, this is my table. If you see here, we have a doctor ID column, we have doctor's name column, we have specialty column, hospital column, city column, consultation fee column, and in this I have inserted the values. So first is doctor ID, doctor's name, specialty, hospital, which hospital, from which city it is, city name, what is the consultation fee. Right, so I have already created this table in order to save my time, and I have executed it. And if you see here, from Max Vision Hospital, we have only one hospital, Max Vision, and we have only one doctor, who is Dr. Rishabh, and who is an ophthalmologist, and we have only one hospital, Yashoda, and there is only one Dr. Abdul Haq, who is a cardiologist. Okay, but we have two hospitals, AIMS, and there are from this same AIMS hospital there are two doctors who are from different specialty. Dr. Aparna is a cardiologist, Dr. Samuel Paul is a dermatologist. Are you getting me? From AIMS hospital we have two doctors who are belonging to two different specialties. One is from cardiologist, another is a dermatologist. So now we have another hospital called Fernandez Hospital. And from this Fernandez Hospital we have two different doctors, but they have the same specialization, they are physicians. Okay, so now they belong to which city? This hospital is belonging to Bangalore, and these are the consultation fee. Alright, so my table is created and I have inserted the values in my particular table. So what is the question? My first question is that fetch me the details of the doctors who work in the same hospital but in different specialty. So they are working in a same hospital, right? AIMS, but different specialty, cardiology and dermatology. That I have to see. But if you see the second one, you can ask me this, sir, you are telling me that same hospital, right? Yeah. So we have Fernandez Hospital, it's the same hospital, but the specialty is different. It is physician here, both are physicians, but what is the question? Who are from different specialty? That I have to see it in the output. That's where you need to write a query. For this we have to use joins concept. I'll use joins concept. What kind of join? I am using self join. I am joining my doctor's table with the doctor's table itself. I am using self join here. So for this let me write a query. Select. Let me call, see, as I am using a self join, so doctor's table joining with the doctor's table, right? So whenever I am choosing the same table, we need to give the alias name. We need to give the alias name in order to identify which column we are considering from which table. So let me consider the first table D1. So from D1 column I will choose the doctor name. Comma, then I will choose D1 dot, and from this I will choose the specialty, because we would like to see which specialty, comma, then I will choose from which hospital, because they have asked us from same hospital. So D1 dot hospital, from which table? From doctor's table. Okay, from doctor's table. Here doctor's table I will call it as D1. Okay, I will call it as D1, and I am joining with the doctor's table itself. Now I will consider this as D2. So now what is the condition? Two particular tables should have a same common column. So we can consider any common column. Let me consider hospital as a common column, on where my first table is doctors with D1 dot hospital equal to D2 dot hospital, which is my common column. So if I only execute it, okay, we are getting repeated, right? Same hospital, AIMS is repeated 2 times, Fernandez Hospital is repeated 2 times. But what is the condition? Condition is that the question is that we need to see those doctors who are from the same hospital but different specialty. So here you would like to add another condition. Now we will have to add one condition, and D1 dot specialty not equal to, here I am using the operator called not equal to. This is the sign for not equal to. Not equal to D2 dot specialty. So whichever doctors who are belonging to the different specialty, not equal to means not the same specialty, different specialty. So that's where I am choosing not equal to here. Let me execute it, then we can see the answer. See, what is the question? We need to see the details of the doctors who are from the same hospital. Okay, who are from same hospital AIMS, we got it. But What is another condition? In different specialty, cardiologist, dermatologist. We got our answer, right? So my point of view here is that when these kind of questions are asked, make sure you use the joins concept and make sure that the condition which you are choosing should be the right condition. Okay, so let me walk you with the another question. Another question is that fetch the doctors who work in the same hospital irrespective of their specialty. So irrespective of their specialty, for example, if I retrieve you the table, from Ames Hospital we have 2 doctors, from Fernandez Hospital we have 2 doctors. The specialties might be different, but what is the question here? Fetch the doctors who work in the same hospital, who are working in a same hospital irrespective of the specialty. I don't want to see the specialty, just to show me the doctors who are working in the same hospital. For this, let me write a query. Again, I am using the self join concept here. So for this, I am writing the select clause, select d1 dot the doctor's name, doctor name, comma, d1 dot what is the specialty, comma, d1 dot hospital, which we would like to see in the output, hospital. Where are we getting all these from? We are getting all these from doctors table. So doctors d1, I'm joining it with the doctors table itself, d2, which is d2. What is the condition? What is the condition? The condition, 2 particular tables should have a common column. So d1 dot hospital, I will take it as a common column. So you can choose another column, it's your choice, but I am choosing d1 dot hospital equal to d2 dot hospital, d2 dot hospital. So this is my common column. So if only I execute it, I'll get all the records. But what should we get? We need to see those doctors who work in the same hospital but irrespective of the specialty. That's where I'm adding another condition here, and d1 dot, now I'll choose the doctor ID column. So I'll choose doctor ID not equal to d2 dot doctor ID, d2 dot doctor ID. So this I have considered. Now if I show you the output, we can see that we are getting those informations with the doctors who work in a same hospital. Okay, so these are the doctors who work in a same hospital, Ames, Fernandez, right? Now irrespective of their specialty, now though they are from different specialty, we are getting the output. So who are working in the same hospital from different specialties, right? So what is the question? They don't want the specialty, irrespective of the specialty. That's where we have considered it. So these are the 2 general type of requirements, or regular type of requirements that you might get it while you are working in any project, or you might face it when you are attending any interviews in your real time. So with this kind of questions, I'll be explaining it to you more in my upcoming videos. So make sure that whenever you are getting a question, understand the question very carefully, go through the table very carefully and apply the logic, which logic you have to apply, which operator we have to apply, should we use joins or we should not use joins. That you need to be very careful while you are answering these type of questions. So thank you for choosing Know How Academy as your source for IT knowledge. We are always here to help you to navigate the tech world. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out. It's been a pleasure sharing this information with you. Stay curious and keep learning.